Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Reb Melissa. I am Reb Melissa, and this is SIP, which stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. I hope everyone is doing well today. It is a wonderful day because we are here. We are alive and all is well. So today we will be wrapping up our thread series. Let me pull that up on the banner. Our thread series, which I have thoroughly enjoyed. I hope you have as well. It was inspired by three things: Mark Nepo's book, The Fifth Season, William Stafford's poem, The Way It Is, and Diana Chapman Walsh poem, Potbound. So if you miss any of those things this week, please go back and watch the replay because today we are doing a roll call. We are wrapping up our thread series. So I'll do a very quick recap. So the thread is from William Stafford's poem, The Way It Is, as I mentioned, and I think I'll share it again as part of the recap. So The Way It Is, William Stafford. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it's hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. So the thread is that which is unchangeable. And so one of the questions that led us this week was, what is your thread? What is it in your life that is unchangeable? Then we explored after we explored William Stafford, I was all up and through the fifth season, Mark Nepo's book, about, yes, aging, but through the lens of our collective seasons that bring us to our fifth season. And the fifth season is it's a Chinese philosophy that talks about the heavenly pivot, that the heavenly pivot is a time of transformation that helps us make sense of our life experiences up into that point. And so this year I am approaching what I view as my fifth season as I walk into my 60th decade later on this year. I'm viewing it as the threshold of my fifth season and the thread that I hold on to as I enter into that next part of my life, which I am so excited about. So what is your thread? What is your thread? The other thing that we explored was, what have we outgrown? And what led us into that conversation was the wonderful poem Potbound by Diana Chapman Walsh. And the essence is, if you're a plant, at some point you need to go into a larger pot as you grow so that you can continue to grow. Otherwise, your roots get compacted and at some point will wither and the plant will die. So you have outgrown that pot. And so it may be time for you to move into your next pot, a little larger, right? A little larger. So what is it that you have outgrown And what are you creating space for as you move into your new pot? Again, not alone, but with the thread that is unchanging. And then we talked about, let me check my notes, the thread of acceptance, that we could look over our lives and see these what appear to be isolated incidents. Let's call it that. Isolated incidents that have nothing to do with anything. But oh, that's so not true. It has everything to do with everything to do with you. And so we start to see how the thread continues to show up, right? How the dots start to connect. We get to see that through our now perspective. Since some time has gone by, we can see how all of these things are connected. So, how wonderful would it be to know that when we're going through life's challenge, that this is another dot. It's another dot, that the thread is here. It's another dot that is being connected, either being connected with something before or something to come. But right here and right now, it is serving a purpose. So we get to move into acceptance, accepting. And again, acceptance does not necessarily mean agreement, but accepting what is, the way it is, right? Accepting what is the way it is so that we can move, we can unfold, we can grow, we can mature spiritually, we can be more of who we are. So, what have you outgrown? What is your thread? What dots do you see connecting in your life? It could be from something 10 years ago. I was writing about this last night, and I realized that a dot that I had when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, this experience that I had in church, right? Because I was always a curious child, always asking questions, and oftentimes chastised for that. But I realized that my curiosity and what happened when I was 8, 9 years old connected me to this journey of exploring, of questioning, of wanting to know God, not up in heaven, but God within me. And so that was something that happened, oh my God, over 50 years ago. And I could see how that experience, that dot, was part of this unchangeable thread of mine, unchangeable thread of curiosity about God, God in me, God as me. So that is the invitation for our series. I hope that it resonates with you and that you got something from it. And today we're looking at the thread of our quality, because you did not pick your quality, your essence, this energy that you have made a commitment to more fully embody, embrace, experience, and express. It's not by accident. It is a thread. It is a thread that is already um, thread a needle. The needle of that thread is already threaded, which is why you picked it, right? Which is why you picked that. It's resonating, it's vibrating, it is rippling, it is calling you. Yes. So we are going to do a roll call today. And when I say your quality, your essence, you will affirm it. So I want to go back before we do that to last week when I invited you to do an affirmative poem, because our brains really get stimulated when we go beyond just a affirmative sentence, I am joy, and we create a whole story around that, which these two scientists shared research about how creating a poem around whatever it is that you are desiring really anchors it and calls and attracts that to us, and it stays with us more securely. It's like we become anchored in it the more we utilize it in a creative way, right? So I invited you all to use your affirmative, your quality, create your affirmation, and create a affirmative poem. And I'm excited to share Shay's creative expression of her quality. So let me pull that up. There it is, y'all. So Shay's qualities, her essence for 2026 is align, allow, create, radiate. And this is how she chose to express that creatively. And to me, this is a poem. This is a poem. Thank you, universe, for causing me to be willing, courageous, and fortified with stamina. Amen. I now feel and experience bliss, satisfaction, joy, accomplishment, and gratitude. That sounds like poetry to me, Shay. And Shay also created this beautiful wordsmith word thread. Oh, that's it. Word thread. And it is just so beautiful, the energy that radiates from it. So this is what I mean when I say that we make these commitments and we get to play with it. We get to experience it. We get to express it. We get to create through and from it. We just don't say, oh, my word is blah, 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 and then that's it. We become strangers. No, get up close and personal. And Shay gave two wonderful examples of how we can creatively express our essence, right? I'm sure as Shay was doing that, her creative juices was flowing, those brain synapses were snapping, all of the things were getting activated as she anchored herself more fully into her qualities, her essence for 2026. So, thank you, Shay. I appreciate you sharing and giving me permission to share that. And I know that it is inspiring someone to go one step further than they would normally do. What it inspired in me, I realized last year I did not do a vision board. I was like looking for, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't do a vision board for 2025. So Shay has inspired me to do my visioning board for 2026. So I already started gathering my things. And one of the things that I love about visioning boards, I love the process of looking through magazines and picking out words and pictures that sing to me. So I know that there's a way that you could do it digitally. I know all of that, but I like that old school way of creating my visioning boards. So I'm really excited about that. I'll share it when it's completed. I'm giving myself to the end of this month to complete it. And I'm just doing a little bit at a time, every other day or so. No stress about it, right? It's not something I got to do, it's something I get to do. So that's another way that you can anchor yourself in your qualities, in your essence, in your thread, right? To have a visual of your thread. How powerful would that be? So let's do a roll call. Let's get a drum roll. And here we go. And thank you to everyone who participates in our essence quality of 2026. Thank you all so much. So when I say your name and your quality, what you going to do? You're going to say it like you mean it in an affirmation. Yes? All right. Here we go. Shay, align, allow, create, radiate. Fee, growth, creative. Deborah, co-creation. Linda, self-love. Pamela, compassion. Eugene, discipline. L, curiosity. Sekou, abundance. Chris, harmony. Joan, joy. Jan, presence. Nelda, abundance. Lori, love. Ophelia, silence. Lorna, kindness. Karen, purpose. Susan, contentment. Brenda, health. Faye, courage. Lisa, intentionality. Susie, movement and money. Cynthia, idea. Cheryl, harmony. Tajin, perseverance and resolve. Nadia, discernment. Lauren, excuse me. Lauren, generosity. Kristen, spiritual growth and spiritual maturity. Marlene, sisterhood. Audrey, hope, purpose, and joy. And Tanya, peace. So if I did not say your name and you got clarity about your quality, your essence for 2026, just drop it in the comments and I will add you to the list. And what do I do with this list? I include all of you, all of your qualities in my prayers every single day. And what are you doing with your quality? You are embodying it, experiencing it, expressing it. You are affirming it, commanding it, declaring it, invoking it with feeling tone, So you are feeling your quality and you are using it, that vibration, by creatively expressing it in a visual way. It can be an affirmative poem. It could be an affirmative prayer. It could be a visioning board. It could be a story. It could be a painting. It could be whatever it is that supports you in anchoring and grounding yourself in this energy. Yes? All right, y'all. Let me check in and then we'll get into some joy news. So Shay said that's a self-manifesting vision board as taught by Rev Jim Webb. Love that. So y'all check out Rev Jim Webb if you are curious about creating a manifesting vision board in a particular way. Yes? So many resources out there for us to tap into. It's all good. No excuses. No excuses. Just give yourself the space, the time, and the willingness to just spend a little time with yourself in a meaningful, creative way. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Shay Love, again for allowing me to share your gift with the congregation of joy. So let's get into some joy news. So joy news is very brief today. We have two things that I want to share this weekend at Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual leader. We are wrapping up our January theme, Ancient Wisdom, New Thought. And our topic on Sunday is Infinite Possibilities and Sacred Kinship. And I love this topic because all month we have been blending the first 4 chapters of The Science of Mind and this amazing book by Robin Wall Kimmerer called Braiding Sweetgrass. I love it so much. It's wonderful stories of indigenous wisdom. And so this Sunday, we're exploring chapter 2 of The Science of Mind and the story about the Pledge of Allegiance and how the indigenous people have their own pledge of allegiance um, called Thanksgiving. So I'm going to share some of that teaching on Sunday. So we're virtual. You can join us anywhere that you are. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Go to rocklandcsl.org for the Zoom link, and we also stream on Facebook. So I hope to see you on Sunday. I know if you're over here, it's supposed to snow like a foot. We're supposed to have a foot of snow between Sunday and Monday. So I think most folks are going to be indoors. So join us. Join us at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time for our Sunday celebration service. My other joy news that I want to remind everyone is our next meditation with the full moon. Our first full moon meditation of 2026 is on January 29th, which is next week, y'all. We're already ending January. It's amazing. So January 29th, mark your calendars, 8:30 p.m. We do our full moon meditation at night. So join me the 29th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right where you're watching me now. All right, everybody. That is it. Have a wonderful today. And if you need any support, I am here. I am an interfaith minister, spiritual life coach. One of my most favorite things to do is to be with people who are clear that they are on a spiritual path, who are excited, who are curious, who are even fearful. If you're feeling fear, oh, I love working with folks who are feeling some fear about their purpose or a lack of clarity thereof. So reach out to me. You can send me a direct message at I am Red Melissa, and we can set up some time to talk. All right. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.